You had the 10, right?
I do.
So what do you like about this that's better than the 10?
This phone, it's new.
Welcome to Unboxed Daily. I'm your host, Jason, and with me today is resident user experience designer here at Unboxed, Larry, who's an affirmed Apple addict. Larry,
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. This is your intervention. How do you feel about that?
It's great to be on your show. Your show is awesome.
My show is awesome. Thanks for noticing. I want to talk to you today about the iPhone 10 and specifically the new versions, the 10s and the 10s Max. I can never say that.
Isn't that a great name?
No, it's a terrible
like
name. Let's start with the branding.
Okay.
The 10s and 10s Max fits no other structure really that you would expect. Like the S and the SE stuff, like kind of, but Max, not Plus.
It should be Plus, right?
It should be Plus.
The only difference is this year, the Max.
The Max.
And the non-Max have no difference other than the physical size.
Right.
So usually they give you a little more on the Plus.
Right.
iPhone 7 Plus had an extra camera than iPhone 7.
Right, it made it feel like
Yeah.
you were really getting something other than just
Yeah.
like a bigger brick in your pocket.
Totally.
Here's what I'm thinking, right? I got the 10 last year. I love the 10. Why would you spend another $1,200, $1,400 on a phone when you just bought one a year ago?
First of all, it's my tradition to have an iPhone on day one.
Okay.
Since the original iPhone.
Right.
So I'm a special case here.
You waited outside for the original iPhone in
For
line.
the original iPhone.
Yeah.
And for many iPhones for the last 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is like a tradition. Secondly, I've always had the plus size iPhones.
Okay.
So when iPhone 10 first came out, I always thought it was a little too small for my liking. And this is going back to the bigger size, which is what I like.
Now that you've gotten to the most recent version of the iPhone, what are your favorite features? What are your favorite improvements that this has brought about?
Two things. One is the max screen size.
Okay.
It's back to the screen size I'm happy with. The screen is really, really pretty. In fact, DisplayMate just gave it the highest rating mobile display ever. Viewing angle, the HDR are all better than even the really nice iPhone 10. So the screen is the best thing. The second one is the camera. It's a huge improvement on over even iPhone 10.
Well, what about it specifically shows up?
There's three things they did that's really amazing. First of all, they made the physical sensor bigger, so you are able to get in more lights. Secondly, they redesigned the lens element, so the wide-angle lens is actually a little wider than iPhone 10.
Yeah.
The third thing is they started using a lot of the computational power from the A12 chip
Yeah.
to get more pictures in between and to do more calculations. So right now, if you take a picture from against the light, it still works great.
Yeah.
Before it wouldn't. So huge improvement on the camera.
All right, so before we continue, I want to pause and bring in somebody who has, I think, a unique perspective on this conversation around the 10s and the 10s Max. Namely, our post-production supervisor, Anton, who, Anton went from an iPhone SE to an iPhone 10s Max. And literally, in terms of physical size, that's a massive difference.
That's huge.
Yeah, so talk to me a little bit about why you made the jump.
Well, I had the SE because it actually fit in my pants. At the time, the fashion sense was kind of more like Euro cut, slim fit pants, and it all looked good, and I wanted to look as good as everyone else who was wearing that.
Okay, so it was a fashion decision.
Yeah, because who wants a big brick just hanging out of your, peeking out of your pocket?
Okay, all right. I have a lot of comments there that are not appropriate
That's
for young
actually
audiences.
interesting.
Well, okay, so fast forward a couple of years, right?
Yeah.
So now, pants fashion is, well, it's getting a little bit more baggy. It's looser.
Right, the 90s are back. That's what
90s
you're
are
saying.
back.
Yeah.
And I thought, with the pockets on my pants these days, I think I could actually fit a much larger phone in there.
I never thought about it that way. You choose your phone by your pen size.
Definitely. And as someone who is now old, I prefer gartered gartered waistbands, so shout out to Sweats.
Notice you're wearing sweatpants to the office today.
I am. I feel good. I could run right now. I could run down this block, which is like kind of how I feel. Like usually in my jeans, I'm like stuck to this, and now I could like do like a full-on like down and squat.
So do you still use your iPad?
You know, to be honest, no, I don't. For one, my kids have taken it over.
Right.
And now that I have this awesome screen on the XS Max, the reading is awesome on it. Watching content from my favorite streaming services. Shout out to Hulu, my old employer.
There it is, right here.
So
Yeah, no, it's great. I don't need the iPad anymore.
So getting the iPhone XS Max actually saved you money.
You know, I should have thought about that when I pitched it to my wife.
You are
But
an Apple
yes.
sheep. You are not saving money by making a purchase like that. Larry, one of the other things I want to bring up is the fact that you are an addict, not only of new phones, but new cases, right? Tell me a little bit about your aesthetic choices for this particular phone.
Oh, one fact is that this year, iPhone XS, actually, the case is not compatible with iPhone X.
So if you were upgrading, no matter what, you had to get a new case.
You have to get a new case. And what I like about Apple is that every year, every season, they come up with new colors.
Right.
So you can actually pick the cases that fits your style really well. For example, this year, I picked this color. It's called the forest green. I thought it fits with the gold iPhone really, really well. And it reminds me of the old Jaguar.
But where's the gold? There's literally a strip of gold right here, and that's it. You can't see the gold in any of the rest of it. You basically bought a phone that could have been hot pink, and really all we're gonna see is the case.
It's accent color.
An accent color. You're So to wrap this up, I own an iPhone X. Should I upgrade?
No.
Easy enough. What if I have one of the older phones?
If you have a phone with a physical home button, then I think it's time to upgrade. Because the future is the 10.
Right. And no
The
home button.
Face ID.
Yeah.
It's great.
It is pretty great. Well, that's it for this quick look at the iPhone XS Max. I want to thank Larry again for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. If you liked what you saw and you want to check out more, head over to Unboxed.tv where we are showing off all the top trending smartphones across the web. And if you really like what you saw here today, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell as well. In the meantime, we'll be back here soon. I'm your host, Jason.
I'm Larry.
Thanks for joining. We'll see you back here soon. Have a great day.
Bye.